A very good evening to all of you on the 23rd session of HDOR Global FitFest. Very good evening to everyone, and thanks everyone to join this session. HDOR Global FitFest, as you are aware, it's a 30 days fitness festival, and we are inviting trainers and coaches from across the country to come and give us or share their knowledge with all our audiences, right? And today we are very excited to have Mr. Tarun Walecha. So Tarun Walecha is a very renowned and a very popular running coach, right? And he is an architect by profession. He has done more than 50 half marathons and more than 10 full marathons and 8 ultra marathons. If that count hasn't changed, that is an amazing number. And he's also more popularly known for his coaching and his social activities, right? He is the founder of a running group called RunXtreme, and we are extremely proud to have him on this platform. Today, Tarun is going to concentrate on legs and particularly the concept of proprioception, basically the proprioceptor, which will help us to strengthen our legs, stability, and our muscle response. Tarun, very proud to have you, very happy to have you on this platform. Before we start the session, would you just brief us about what this workout is going to be and how it's going to help runners or cyclists or even fitness enthusiasts? Guys, before I hand over the stage to Tarun, I would like to request everyone to stay with us for the complete session. By the end of the session, we'll be taking up question and answers. You feel free to put any queries, and hopefully we'll have all the answers for you. Over to you, Tarun.
Thanks, Shannon. Thanks for having me here. It's a great opportunity, and you guys have created a wonderful platform with HDOR. Taking fitness to every nook and corner of the globe almost now. You guys have been doing these events now globally. So yes, it's a great opportunity, and I'm glad to be here. So quickly moving on to what we're going to do today, particularly most of us here joining this session are, into some amount of fitness already. And even for those who are not, with my experience of having been into various sports and, weight training and fitness regimes almost all my life, there's a lot of learning that I put together, which is what I like to share. So, in any sport that we engage, what is important is we have an overall strength and muscle response. Often, in our day-to-day life, sometimes we just trip over a corner or something like that. That's because we may be strong otherwise, but our smaller muscles, our dormant muscles, are not really kind of responsive, and they fail to kind of act out. So, and typically when we are into any high intensity active like running or cycling, our focus remains on the main stream muscles, and again the muscles which are kind of playing a dominant role become inactive, which leads to sometimes imbalances and all. So the focus of this workout is going to be on strengthening our dormant muscles and creating a larger balance and synchronization overall in our body. So we'll break this workout as always. We must do a little warm up to begin with. Then we'll do the main workout, and then finally wind it up with the cool down session. Briefly, just to tell you here why warm up and cool down is important, because when we start any workout, it requires a high intensity of muscle engagement compared to a resting position. So it's never a good idea to straight away jump from 0 to 10. It's always better to go into a transition mode. You kind of start warming up muscle, as the title says, warm up. So you start warming them up, you start activating them, preparing them, giving them signals. We must understand how our muscles work. They don't always work just by their potential. They also work by the signals, the mind and body coordination, how our mind responds. So if we bring our muscles to prepare that, okay, there is some activity that we are going to get into, so they are more responsive rather than just kind of shaking them up and just giving them a shock and putting them under work. So it's always important to do a little work warm up. And similarly, once we finish the workout, one must do a little cool down to kind of ease out our muscles, bring them to a rest position, lower our heart rate, and also regulate the blood circulation and the oxygen levels, which helps in a faster recovery and reduces the fatigue level post the workout. Two things that I like to mention before we start the workout. The first and foremost is that we will all need to be bare feet for this workout, because as the session is about stability and proprioception, where we will be working on your muscle response. So it's very important that we will do this workout bare feet, unless anybody has any specific surface issue or stability issue, then you can wear your shoes. But I would prefer if you can do it bare feet. This will activate your nerve system, and this will also help you kind of benefit more from this workout. Second most important thing is almost across the country this time of the year, the weather gets very humid. So I would suggest that you keep hydration, a water bottle or an electrolyte right next to you. And during the workout, just keep sipping the workout, just keep sipping your hydration, very small sips, so that you don't really get dehydrated by the end of it. Uh, the workout will be a low intensity workout. We will not be doing any jumps or anything of the sort. We will not be really pushing our heart rate much, but it will be more about kind of creating that balance and developing stability and muscle coordination for the same. So we'll just get started. I would like to request all of you to get on your feet. We'll do a little warm up to begin with. So just to kind of getting into the thing, just shake up your hands. Let your blood flow. Let your muscles ease out. Shaking your wrists, your arms slowly and gently. Also shifting your body weight from left to right, so that it's also kind of regulating your blood flow through your lower limbs. Stand tall and roll back your shoulders. Slowly, making the circles bigger each time. Change direction, roll forward. Relax, feet slightly wider and pat your back, opening up your shoulder blades, your upper back. Change your arm each time, as you can see me. So right arm going up and then the left arm going up. Relax. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight. During the workout, I'll be giving very small cues. Just keep listening to them about orientations and coordination and positioning. So right now, when I'm saying your feet should be pointing straight, it's very important, because the moment I even just turn my feet outside, my muscle engagement changes. It's very important for us to learn the positioning and the right form, because that changes the muscle engagement entirely in a different condition. And there are times that we are not even we won't be able to even use the muscle that we're supposed to. So toes pointing straight and feet are shoulder width apart. Just lift your arms up in the air, trying to reach up to the sky. Two more times, and then we start lifting our heels off the ground. relax. Your feet slightly wider, toes pointing at 45 degrees. Your hands are on the side. Try to reach out over your head and the other head going down as low as possible. Make sure you are not leaning forward. Don't do this. You're straight up, spine neutral, just bending sideways. Lengthen that spine, stretch it out. And relax. Bring your feet closer, hands on the waist. We'll do hip circle. Opening up your hip flexors, your pelvic joints. Try to make the circle bigger each time without pushing too hard. Change direction. And relax. Standing tall, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight. Lift your one foot on your toe and do ankle circle. Change direction. Relax and change your feet. Change direction again. Relax. Now we'll get into single leg warm-ups, and this will be a very important step as we go further in the workout. Whenever we are shifting our weight to one leg, we need a body balance, and for that we need stability. So what you could do as a basic thing is that every time we are doing one leg workout, you take a deep breath and exhale deeply so that your body gets relaxed and you can focus entirely at one point. And why you need to do this is because our mind is not conditioned for that. Not that it's not possible, but our mind usually does not get the signal. So you need to really focus on it. So take a deep breath and exhale. Your exhalation should be longer than your inhale. So do that once again. Now slowly shift your weight to one leg. Standing tall. Let's do larger circle, hip circles. 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come back. Change leg. Moving on to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To enhance your focus, what you also can do is that when you go off one leg, you keep looking at one point. It just concentrates your energies, your balance, your muscular balance, your mental balance, and you are able to stay on one foot easily. So we'll do the knee circles now, shifting your weight to one leg and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An important thing here that when we move to one leg, to get a better balance, you can push your thumb, your big toe, into the ground. So it kind of forms a tripod like this. So you push your heel and your thumb and toes into the ground, and it just gives you a better balance as you stand here. So I'd like you guys to try that once, and we'll do the hip circles. So take a deep breath. Exhale, shifting your weight to one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and relax. I hope you guys are all warmed up, your muscles are open, your joints are flexible, and you're active enough to start this workout. So the format of the workout will be, we will do 4 moves and we will do 3 cycles. We'll try to increase the repetitions as we go. And as you kind of progress and understand and are able to focus on your balance, I'll demonstrate the moves first and then we can just start the count. The first one is a reverse lunge and a knee drive. You can watch me from the side. We'll stand tall. I'm standing tall. I'll take a deep breath because I will move onto one leg and the other leg will be in a complete transition as I go back and I come forward. So I'll go back into lunge. I come up in drive. 2, drive. 3, drive. So my foot only goes down when I go back. All this while, I'm just standing on one foot. What's important, watch me from the front, is that I maintain the balance. So I will do the count. You can go with my count, but if you find it tough, you can go slower. Don't try to go faster because the idea is to maintain the balance. So don't try to go faster. The moment you go fast, you lose your body momentum, which is not good. We want to go at a steady pace so that our muscles get activated. So I'm here, I'm going back, and I come up, drive, and back, and up. Similarly with the other leg, back, up, back, up. So let's start. We'll do 5 on each leg on the count of 3, 2, and 1. Go back, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, and 10. Relax, take a deep breath. We change the leg and go on to back, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, and 10. Relax. Moving on to the next one. The exercises are simple, the movements are basic. The focus is on stability and proprioception, creating your nervous system to get more active and more responsive so that all the dormant muscles which otherwise are on a long holiday come back to work. Alright, so this is a combination of reverse and forward lunge. So we all know the lunge, there's nothing new about it, but how we are going to do, we're going to do this in a continuous motion. I'll just explain the thing and I'll also tell you if somebody finds it difficult, you can just tap in between. So the way we have to go is we go back in reverse lunge, we come forward, we go back, we come forward. But if you find it tough, you can come back here, just tap a little so that you kind of regain your balance and you go back. But it's a continuous motion. Again, focus is on balance and stability. So with the moment you focus on balance, your muscles start responding to it. If in your mind you're okay wobbling around, your muscles will also take a holiday. So activate them with your mental response. We'll start with forward, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, and relax. We'll change leg, forward, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, and back, 5, and back, and relax. Change leg for 5 more. Forward, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, and back, and relax. Change leg. I'll show you from the side this time. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, 4, back, 5, and back. As you saw twice, even I lost balance because my mind was going on to the next exercise. So it's a very normal thing, and the focus is the key here. What's very important is that we learn to develop these muscles in a conscious way when we work out. Because when we are engaged in any activity, cycling, running, or anything else, these muscles should develop a natural response, because at that time we will not be falling or tripping or wanting these muscles to get activated by a conscious response. So we need to ensure that they get into the response in a natural, responsive way. Okay guys, moving on to the third one. This is a little difficult from what we've done. It's a forward knee raise, and then we move on to a forward bend. So we stay in balance first, take a deep breath, focus ourselves, move the leg up, and move forward. What's very important here is that we need to understand where we want to keep our hands, because they help us balance. We can keep it on our waist, we can keep it on the side, whichever way we like. So we lift the knee up and go back. Lift the knee up and go back. Lift the knee up and back. Alright, so let's start. 5 on each leg. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up and back. 2 and back. 3 and back. 4 back. 5 back. Slowly come back. Change leg. Deep breath. Exhale deeper. Move to the leg. Say up. Back. 2 back. 3 back. 4 back. 5 back. Coming down, 5 more on each side. I'll show you from the side this time. Moving on. 1 back. 2 back. 3 back. 4 back. And 5 and back. Change leg. 1 2 3 4, and 5, and relax. One of the issues some of you may be facing is the extent and range of motion, which is alright. This is not a mobility workout. We all have our own range of motion. So to whatever extent you can go, the focus here is on stability and creating a response from your muscles. So focus on the balance. Make sure you are not wobbling over. In case you are, go slow. Try to tap in between. You can do smaller steps, but stay balanced. This is not a good idea because then you are not using the muscles. Okay guys, the last one is a split squat and a donkey lift. So how we start, it's a split squat, which we don't go all the way, we just are here. Squat generally when we keep the feet parallel, but here I'm in a split position. I go down in a squat and I come back, and at this point I lift my leg up, what is called a donkey lift. So I'm 1 and 2. So everybody starting with me, we'll do 5 on each side. Split squat, your feet are about 1.5 feet away, hands in the front or on your waist, whatever you're comfortable with. So go down in squat, come up, and in the same motion, bend forward, your knee is at 90 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change leg, I'll show you from the front this time. Split, down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change leg, 5 more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From the side, down, donkey lift. 3, 4, 5, and relax. That completes one cycle, guys. Take a sip of water. For exercises now. We're way now. We'll take a minute break. Any questions? Okay, I think we'll answer these questions right at the end of it. All right, guys, moving on. We keep the number to 10 on each side. The first one was reverse lunge. Starting in 3, 2, 1. We go back, up, back, 2. Back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, change leg, back, out, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, 5. Change leg. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. Change leg. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. And 5. And relax. Moving on to the next one, combination of reverse and forward lunge. Keep focusing on your balance. Keep inhaling and exhaling in between. It's very important. We forget to breathe rarely. We kind of start collecting oxygen inside, it traps up, and we start panting. So it's very important that during the workout, we do forceful exhalation. It keeps our heart rate in control and also avoids fatigue. All right, so reverse and forward lunge. With me, 5 on each side. Going on. Forward, back. Forward 2, back. Forward 3, back. Forward 4, back. Forward 5, and back. Come back, starting with the other leg. Forward 1, back. Forward 2, back. Forward 3, forward 4, forward 5, back, and relax, starting up other leg again. 1, back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. Last time. 1, back. 2, back. Maintain your balance. 3, back. 4, back. Last time. 5, and back. Relax. Halfway through, we got 2 more to go. So it's the forward lift and forward bend. Starting in 5, 4, standing tall, both toes facing forward in 3, 2, and 1. Come up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up. Come back slowly. Change your leg. Up. 2, 3, 4. Try to bring your knee as high as possible. 5. Relax. We'll change leg. Take a deep breath. Get your balance back in 3, 2, 1 up. 2 up. 3 up. 4 up. 5 up. And relax. Last time. Going up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Moving on to the last one of the second cycle. Split squat and donkey raise. So standing with your legs split off, about 1.5 feet in 3, 2, and 1. We go down, we go back. 2 down, back. 3 down, back. 4 down, back. 5 down, and back. Take leg, showing you from the front this time. Split up, down, and back. Down, and back. Down, back. 4, back. 5, and back. Change leg. Down, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back. Last time. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, and back. Relax, we're done with 2 cycles. We'll do 1 more before we move on to the cool down. We'll take a minute's break, everyone. Please sip some water. All right, guys, quickly moving on to the last cycle with me. We'll stick to 10 on each side. The first one was reverse lunge and knee drive. So starting with me, try to see to yourself that you're doing better than your previous sets. So get more focus, get more stability. This time we'll do 10 together on each leg. So going in 3, 2, and 1. Reverse, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10, and up and relax. Change your leg, showing it from the front this time. 3, 2, 1, go back and up. 2, up. 3, and up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, up. 9, up. 10, up, and relax. Moving to the second one, reverse and forward lunge. So with me, starting in 3, 2, we'll do 5 on each side again, and 1. Let's go 1, forward, 2, forward, 3, forward, 4, forward, 5, and forward, change leg, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back. Change legs, showing you sideways now. Forward, 1, forward, 2, forward, 3, forward, 4, forward, and 5. Change leg, forward, 1, forward, 2, forward, 3, forward, 4, last time, forward, and back. Last two to go. You got knee drive and forward bend, followed by split squat and donkey lift. You've got to do things which we haven't done before, whether it's a donkey kick or anything else, because we need strength, we need stability. Most of our natural instincts or animal instincts, which unfortunately out of human practice, we tend to miss out. So we need to go back to the roots. All right, so moving on to the forward hip lift and forward bend. In 3, 2, and 1, go up, bend. Go up, bend. 3 up, bend. 4 up, bend. 5 up, sorry, I lost the balance, and bend. Change your leg, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, change leg, moving up, 2, 3, 4, 5, change leg for the last time, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Last one for the day, guys. We'll move on to the cool down after this. So let's get the focus in. Everybody stand tall. It splits. Squat. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Go down and squat and come up and donkey lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, change leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change leg, showing you from the side. Spread it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take leg. 1, 2, 4, 5. And we're done. Grab your towel, wipe it out, and drink some water. We take 2 minutes break before we start the cool down, guys. We have a few questions here. We'll answer them all in a little bit, right after the cool down. Drink some water, guys. It's very important. You must replenish all the salts and water we lose. It's very important to be able to recover quickly from the stress and fatigue that your muscles have gone through. We have some very interesting questions, guys, here. I'll be very happy to answer them all. Just stick around for a little while. We'll do this after the cool down. Okay, everybody on your feet. When we do the cool down, it's also very important, as we did in the warm up, we focused on primarily the muscles and the joint that we are going to use. So similarly, now we will focus primarily on our muscles which we have used during the workout. Of course, the entire body gets utilized and activated, but then there are primary focus on certain muscles which we must then stretch a little more. So to begin with, let's just do some upper body stretch. Take your arm across, pull it up from your elbow, bringing it closer to your chest. You're looking front, you're not swiveling with the arm, just pulling your arm up. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax, chain down. Keep breathing. Relax. Take your arm over, hold it from your elbow, and try to pull, stretching your lateral chain of muscles, pulling your elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the other side. You don't have to bend with it. Just pull the elbow so that you stretch the muscle. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring both your hands forward, interlace your fingers, Push the hands out, tuck your belly in. Releases your shoulder blades, your upper back. Watch me from the side. Relax, take your hands at the back. Pop your chest out, push your hands back. Stretch your chest muscles. And relax. Now we're going to do some hamstring stretch. So what you need to do, you need to stand to start with both your feet pointing straight, toes pointing straight. You take one foot forward, bend your foot that's behind from the knee and lean into it. Don't bend into it, just lean into it from your waist. Keep your spine neutral. You'll feel the stretch in the hamstring of the leg that you step out. Keep your spine neutral. The moment you bend your spine, you release the muscle. So keep your spine neutral. Relax, change head. Bring the other one forward. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, one more time. This time lift your toe off the ground. You can try and touch it, but your spine will stay neutral, no bending into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change leg. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing at the end of your mat, take one foot forward and bend your front knee that you've brought forward and push the heel of the other foot behind, getting the stretch into your calf. You can lean forward to further lengthen the muscle and get more stretch. Again, make sure you're not leaning into it. You're just bending from your waist, keeping your spine neutral. Relax. Change leg. Bending forward. Your toes will be pointing straight in the same direction. Relax. Stand tall. Take your one foot across. I've taken my left foot across. I take my left hand up and bend sideways. Feel the stretch in your ITB. Relax. Change leg. Keep your hand up. Make sure you are not bending forward. And relax. The last one, take a deep breath. Bring your knee up. Standing on one leg. Hold it from your shin. Pull it close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change leg. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. You can just do a little neck stretch, which is always helpful. Keep both your hands on your waist. Stand tall and relax and look towards your left, over your shoulder. Look towards your right. Come back to center. Take your one hand over, pull the neck to one side without tilting your shoulder line. Make sure you're not going this way. Only the neck muscles are being pulled. Hold it for as much you can. And relax. Pull from the other side. and relax. That'll be it for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the workout. We have a few questions here now, I can see. Maybe we can start taking them up if the moderator allows.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Chandan.
Excellent session. Firstly, it was amazing demonstration of the stability. It would take some time for me to have that kind of a stability when you were doing those, if I'm not wrong, some donkey stand-ups. Yeah,
Tricks, yeah.
that was quite something, right? We try to do the version of yoga, and many of us fail to have that kind of a stability. Now we are pushing that a step further, right? Combining it with the lunges. Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
So overall, this proprioception, basically, what are we doing to our muscles? We are teaching our muscles to react in a manner which will give us more stability.
So, if I may just take an extreme example,
Sure.
and my favorite line is what Kipchoge had said, no human is limited. My understanding is that we don't have limits, we have boundaries.
Right.
We create our own boundaries. Our muscles can do it. When I did my first half marathon, I had clocked 2 hour 46 minutes. For me, that was the biggest achievement I had ever made. It's a different thing. I didn't even know that a half marathon has 21 kilometers at that time, and I just went into it.
Right.
And that was like about 11 years back. I, at that point in time, could not have ever thought of where I would have come today. I'm not saying I've achieved great heights, but yes, today I run my half marathon in about 1 hour 38 minutes. So that
Amazing.
1 hour less than over an hour and 10 minutes less than what I did in my first half marathon. And mind you, I'm 11 years older.
Right.
So to say it's a great achievement, I would say no. It's just that I have tried to do what I could. And that's where I said we don't have limits, we have boundaries. So when we do workouts like this, we extend our boundaries. We make the possibilities more possible.
Absolutely.
So there is a mental boundary, and of course there's a physical boundary. Today if I dream of running 1 hour marathon, I can only dream of it. It will not happen, right? But for me to realize that dream, I'll have to do something. And things like these are the ones which kind of, help us realize our dreams.
That's very well said. That was very deep also, I must say. Thanks for that tip, Tarun. And we would like to take some questions which
Sure.
our audiences have put in. The first question is from Pratik Vedya. He's asking about how in a week, which day should we have this workout? And
So,
he has a
this is a
follow-up
complete
question.
workout. This is not really a subsidiary thing, and if you're doing, this could be a part of your other workouts. You could do this as a part of your main workout. Today we've just in a half an hour workout. So it really depends entirely upon one's own training schedule. And like I'm a great fan of free weight and body workouts. I have done gymming for about 28 years. So I started gym workouts in '92 when I was in college, and what I realized that it did give me huge biceps and huge chest muscles, and a walk like this to boast about and flaunt around. But it did not give me the speed, more active and more responsive, and that's why I do more of body weight workouts. So these kind of things we can incorporate in our primary workouts. We don't really need to do this separately. So when we are doing plyometrics, and even if I'm doing like squats, I tend to do squats on a bosu ball. So it just gives me that sense of stability comes in with that. So it's a whole wide realm of these workouts, and you can just extend them to your everyday thing.
Okay. And so some people, one of the audiences also said that, while they were doing the balancing, they had to take some help from the wall because probably it's not everyone is used to it in the beginning. So is that okay, or what is your view on that?
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. If you guys notice, even I lost balance in between. So there are few things that come into it. One, your muscles response, your muscle strength, and your focus. So while I was doing the workout, my focus was sometimes going into, oh, what is next? Oh, what time is it? Oh, how much time left? Oh, I hope I'm not running late. Oh, I'm not running too fast. Perfectly normal. Just keep focusing and keep working on it. I think the only thing that happens is that you get better. There's no backward integration here. I think, Chandan, are you around? So there's another question. Maybe I can start taking that in the meanwhile. Pritesh has asked any specific precautions for running on freshly recovered Achilles tendonitis. So, Pritesh, yes, definitely. You have to be cautious because, particularly when we are doing these stability workouts, there's a lot of load that goes onto your ankle and your feet. Your ankle is the point of contraflexure, it kind of swivels around everything. So, you should be very careful and see to it that you don't overload it to avoid any kind of, stress. The next one is from Urmila, and she's saying a very controlled move, very effective test. How many days should we do it? Urmila, as I answered before, you could incorporate this as a basic thing into most of your workouts. So when you do any other workouts and you try to do them with stability, you get the similar benefits.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tarun, for covering me there. I just lost a connection for some time.
I,
Right. Uh, so I think have we covered all the questions, including this? Does
I think
stability?
so. We answered Urmila's question, we answered Pritesh, and Prateek's you had asked me before. Prateek has asked, does stability help me in speed? Most definitely, Prateek, because when we run our muscles, running is a complex movement. It's not a singular axis movement. Your muscles are in such a dynamic state that at any point in time they are into transition. There are different muscles, and with all due regard, so you will find people who are mostly into gym workouts on working on muscle definition are not able to run as fast because the responsive muscles are not active, whereas people who are running their responsive muscles are more active. So this workout definitely will make you faster.
I have an extension to this question. Uh, how about the running posture? In the running science, a lot of stress is there on the posture, right? So, does posture enhance your proprioceptors, or your these kind of workouts will help you, have a better posture, or both are separate?
So yeah, both are separate, but at the same time they are interdependent. Running posture is something like your running economics.
Okay.
It's like your engine, how efficient it can become. So the aerodynamics of your car, that's your running form. And most definitely, it is the most important part of your running efficiency. My classic example I give is that you have an engine. You can run it like a Tempo engine or a BMW engine. It's entirely up to you. So your running form kind of makes your running more efficient. It prevents running loss. It kind of economizes it. So there's no doubt running form is most critical. But then that running form has to be supported by a responsive muscle, which is where we do these workouts.
Excellent. Okay, that makes sense. Last question is from Vipin. He's got a strange collapsing pain on left leg shin while running. Any tips to overcome this pain? Any particular
So
exercise?
my key thought here is that any pain is a response to the stress. So before we really start getting into the complexities of an injury, let's understand I have X capacity, I have overloaded it to 2X, it's going to hurt. So any pain, the first thing is take it back, let it relax, and then work on rejuvenation or working on rehabilitation. So the first and foremost, step back, give it time to recover, and then work on strengthening and expand its abilities.
Sure. Uh, One personal question from my, no, not the personal question, one question from my side. When we are doing
Sure.
these workouts, uh, I feel that the slower we go, the better it is for the purpose.
Definitely, definitely. As I said right in the beginning, don't try to go fast because when we are going, see, these are stability workouts. So you are activating the muscle. Our body is the smartest piece of engineering that you would see. Of course, it's so naturally evolved. It's not beatable. If it would be beatable, it will re-evolve itself before you know it, right?
Right.
So that smartness of it comes to our disadvantage
Hmm.
sometimes, that if we are not able to do something, it quickly covers up. So if I'm not able to balance myself, my hand will quickly reach for something on the side, or something else, my other muscle will activate. So if I'm going slow, that's why I said focus. So if I'm going slow, I'm focusing on the muscles I have to use. Only those muscles will be activated and they'll be used for that time. Otherwise, if I go faster, my body will cheat me and I'll quickly just run through the movements and that's it.
Definitely. And we just pick the last question. Actually, we have overshot the time, but this one is my favorite also. A lot of times in almost all the sessions, we have this question about the landing, right? From Pritesh again. Everyone says mid-foot landing is good way of running, but I am a heel striker. Is that bad? Definitely.
If I just pick up as a binary question, yes, heel striking is bad. But if I pick up in the larger thing, there are so many, vertex to this entire thing that if your running form is right, sometimes your heel landing is not bad. The idea is if you're landing on heel and that is becoming resistive, it's bad. So if you're bending your knee properly and you're then dropping your heel first, it doesn't matter. It's a little complex thing, difficult to address right here. But what we need to understand, there are certain natural body dynamics which we cannot change, which are very difficult to change. So I would say focus on the efficiency of your running form. Landing does make a difference, but it's not primary. If your running form is right, if your stride is not reaching out, if your body is right on top of your foot when you're landing, you're sorted. Heel landing, if it is reaching out, if your knee is straight, then you are causing an impact and it's causing a reverse reaction which comes all the way to your hips, then it is bad. So if you're taking care of the rest of it, I can assure you, you look at a lot of elite runners, even they have heel strike, some amount. And I can say this question with a certain amount of authority because this answer came to me from Scott Jurek at one occasion that I had met him.
Okay. No. Usually, what I've noticed is that when we are conscious about not making a heel strike, initially we are able to, maintain some form of, having a mid-foot landing. But usually, I've observed that when we get tired, there is more heel
Yeah.
strike, right? Because then we
Because
are
when
not
we
able
get
to.
tired, our form goes out of the scale. When we get tired, we fall off. We do all of that. And that's why it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process.
Absolutely. True. Those were real gems of wisdom, running wisdom. So, as we say, uh, thanks a lot, Tarun. It was a great session. I think
Thank you,
absolutely
Chandra.
everyone loved it. Uh,
Thank you.
apart from the questions, I'll just flash some of the, compliments which we got for this session. And the credit goes to you. It was amazing.
Thank you. Really
And
appreciate it.
And thanks to all the audiences who have been supporting us and making this SDR FitFest a great success. I believe all our sessions are available on YouTube for you to have a look at it. Now, this is I take myself as an example. When I am co-hosting, I do these sessions the next morning, right? So I'm excited to try out all these sessions tomorrow morning. If you don't mind, Tarun, I would just flash your Instagram and
Sure, sure. Perfectly fine.
Facebook
I'll
contacts.
love to be of help, advice, guidance to anybody. Please do connect. My social media handles will be shared. Please do feel free to connect. I'll be more than happy to be of any help.
Absolutely. And I've also mentioned the group name, RunXtreme, Facebook or Instagram. Anyone can connect. And if you want to connect with 100 Days of Running or HDOR, our channel, please free. We'll be more than happy. Our mission is very similar to what Tarun's mission is to find to help people find their happy place in running and enjoy a fit life. Right,
Thank
Tarun?
you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your
And
evening.
you too. Enjoy. Bye. Good night.